Happy Monday, everybody. Everybody have a good weekend?
Yes.
Woo, yes.
Yes,
Nice.
I went to 6 dance recitals.
Lucky you.
Wow. Only
you.
6? Come on.
Next weekend, make it
I went to 7.
I went to 20.
Oh, Ben
I
always
went to 20.
With a lot of other parents at Ovens Auditorium, though, but
A lot of dancing, little kids
a lot of
dancing.
dancing. It was great.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Being a great mom.
Yeah, just trying to do it. Hey, what are we talking about today, Ben?
This
Not
morning-
about dance recitals.
This morning we are talking about, are you worried about artificial intelligence, AI? It's been in the news a lot lately. Now, keep in mind, it's been around for a while. I mean, you think about Siri, that's AI.
Right.
You know, spell check, that's technically AI. But we're talking about, like, the new form of AI.
I'm worried just about regular intelligence, much less
artificial intelligence.
Well, and people are talking about it more and more recently with the guy who basically invented it quitting Google.
ChatGPT.
Being so concerned
Yeah.
with, ChatGPT. And then we had the story last week that said could lead to the possible extinction
I know.
of humankind. That's what
it
the
kicks-
Today Show even covered it, and Hoda was like, am I saying this right?
I know.
Like,
It's very dire. And we bring this up today because today's the start of the Worldwide Developers Conference, which is Apple's big, like, unveiling every year. And they say it's going to be, like, the biggest one they've had in years.
Right. So they're kicking it off today, and basically they're a lot of reporters are detailing what they expect that Apple's going to reveal as far as like its newest developments. And it is going to be more than just artificial intelligence. So there are 3 things that we kind of broke down during the morning show. Basically, the top of the list is this headset. So it's going to be like this virtual / mixed reality headset. Apple CEO Tim Cook, I mean, he's been talking about this for years. And CNN, they had a business article that kind of broke it down using like FaceTime as an example. And so they said if you're on a FaceTime call, you'd actually be able to see like not just their full face, but like their full body.
so it'd be like a hologram,
Exactly.
sort of?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you were in the room with the person.
You knew
Yeah.
it was coming. That was that's where it was going.
When I went back to grad school during COVID, and I took a class that was basically on virtual reality, and they said during COVID there is a college in Texas that they tried this out, and the professor was basically hologrammed in, and they said eventually like your TVs will be flat on the floor almost, one at the bottom, one at the top. And it shoots down, and in between is how you get that hologram, and how eventually it will probably be in everyone's home.
And holograms over the last several years have really come a long way. And not to call my wife here, but she went to a Brad Paisley concert, and all of a sudden Carrie Underwood appeared, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe
It was a
Carrie's
hologram.
here." It was a hologram.
No
Yeah.
way.
They've done that with Michael Jackson.
That's what I was just going to say.
They've done it with Elvis.
Tupac.
So,
Yep.
I mean, Tupac,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Right.
You know,
Apparently all of our homes.
I might be a hologram tomorrow.
Yes. They don't need us anymore.
no.
They're just going to hologram in anchors
That's the
into your
problem.
living room.
I think that is a major problem. Artificial intelligence, we can seriously be replaced with ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And not get paid for it.
I mean,
Come
the
on, people.
Chat GPT, you can just say, write me a press release, and it does it.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I
By the way,
Now, is it a good press release? We don't know yet, but
it's actually decent.
It is,
It's
yes.
really good.
Yeah, it's
really-
good.
yeah.
a lot of when I've seen them like use them for like news headlines, they usually come out like really choppy, lacking context.
Oh, no. Chat
I
GPT
was-
is legit.
I put just a transcription of an interview I did that was lacking a lot of the details, and I said, "Can you write a web article for this?"
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Did you use it?
No, but I was envious because it was better than
Why
what I
didn't you
wrote.
use it?
Oh, just because I hadn't used it for anything yet, so I wanted to see like how good it was.
Well, can I ask this? How do you get
It was
that?
the
Where do you find it?
So you can download an app,
Okay. Yeah.
or you can go to like a URL.
Okay.
But there's Chat GPT, and what's the
Bard.
other one?
Bard.
Google. I haven't tried that one, but I was telling Ben I put in some info just to see what it did, and it wrote a legit press release
And?
with like a quote.
Did you use it?
I might have used it.
I might.
But
It's
it was really
very
good, and that's
good.
what I was telling him. I was
Do you have to pay
amazed.
for it? Oh, this is dumb.
No, no.
Who's paying for all this?
Those are the
Seriously.
questions to ask.
Yeah, there are ethical concerns that go along with it, but I mean,
I was on Instagram one day, and I think because we had talked about it on the air, a thing popped up for Chat GPT,
GPT.
and it said, need to finish your term paper. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh
totally.
my gosh. So that is when it's like.
It's taken over.
Yeah, and also like copywriting issues because it's pulling from information that it's been fed.
Right.
Especially for like art, if you tell it to like
For art,
yeah.
to write a book,
Yeah.
you know.
So one of the scarier things I saw a video is that they let AI kind of do its thing, and you know how there's those like "Are you a robot?" transcriptions. The AI program actually reached out to a human to get them to crack that, saying that, "Hey, I have bad eyesight, I can't see this," and then got the human to do it. So it's kind of crazy. Like when you hear
that
about
New York Times article.
New York Times article
that
where-
we read a couple of months ago during the midday show. We were reading commercial breaks, and each part of it got scarier and scarier. To the
Yeah.
point, the chatbot was trying to talk the guy into leaving his wife, and was saying, "You're not happy with her. You guys didn't do anything."
This
for
is after like a
Valentine's Day."
3-hour conversation.
It was
chatting.
It
And then-
was
That's
chilling.
terrifying.
It was chilling.
The chat say something like "I'm alive"
Yeah,
or something?
yeah.
There's
It
a New York Times article on
I saw
it.
something this morning.
So scary.
This morning, early today, and it showed this lady, this woman, probably in her 20, 25 or so, has a relationship with one of these created beings, and
That was on Today, on the Today
they
Show?
have,
Yeah.
They have a relationship.
I told you.
Yes.
I said people are going to end up marrying robots. It's going to be like Westworld.
Yep.
AI is just going to.
It's mental, and you talk to them and see them. Other than that, I don't know what happens. I don't even want to know beyond that. We all get in serious trouble.
Me and you both.
Getting into
I
that.
feel like we completely hijacked your.
We did. I'm sorry. You had two more
I was
things.
like, wait, but I still got.
You
I
had
can't get.
two more
I still can't
things.
get over the fact that the headset, which sounds really cool, but it's $3,000.
Yes.
Who's going to get? Who's going
Well,
to buy
this
it?
is the
Where we
thing.
were.
I think with anything, like it's going to be super expensive at first, and then
Oh, yeah.
eventually
And it'll-
everyone's going to
5
have
years.
it.
Can't they make like
$20?
glasses where I can just like turn this on its like and just do this like and like? I mean,
Cover the
It'll
whole.
happen.
well, something like that. Just so, like,
Eventually, Ben. You got to wait until after the first month.
I think people will go to concerts like that. Virtual. They'll have meetings at the office, and I'll just turn with my headset, but it'll be like you're there,
yeah, totally.
or however you want to
Yeah.
present yourself
Yeah.
with your virtual reality person.
yeah, and the
I don't-
price.
Yeah, not a fan.
Think about what flat screen
real
TVs were about like 10 years ago. And now you can get a really good one and a really
Yeah,
big
exactly,
one. So I think it's
exactly.
going to be along those
Yeah.
lines. So maybe only $1,000,
Yeah.
which is still a lot.
Maybe 1,000 instead of 3. Well, when it comes to the artificial intelligence aspect, so Apple, like we were talking about, is going to
Yeah.
have to compete with ChatGPT. And of course, depending on folks' opinion, ChatGPT has been pretty successful. So this AI, though, that Apple is talking about including would actually replicate your voice for phone calls after a 15-minute training. Now,
15 minutes is all it
15
needs?
minutes is all it
15
needs.
minutes?
Yep. And well,
So-
I wonder if that'll get shorter. even.
Well, and that just, I mean, that scares me for a variety of reasons because the fraud that can happen and things like that.
Right.
But, and I know it's already exists, but then like, what do you do with the death of a loved one and then still having their voice around and that you can like have it manufactured, which I think could
I
just.
didn't even think about that.
That's the first thing I thought about. And like,
Well, you know what's going to happen? They'll be able to recreate that person.
Oh yeah.
I know, and I think about like
That would mess
the
with you.
heart aching
Yeah.
sentiment
When
that
they're
goes
not
along
really there,
when they're
but-
not there, and
But
yet
they are, yeah.
this computer can create their voice, and
I was thinking of like scams though. Like
Yeah,
people
for sure.
already call and say, you know, to grandparents
Totally.
especially, your nephew or your son, you need
Totally.
to pay this. Well, imagine if they have that person's voice.
Well, they have
A lot
your
of them
voice.
already do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have your
Yeah.
voice. You're calling home, going, "Hey, could you send me
I know.
$10,000?"
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Security issues.
No, my parents would figure it out yourself. So.
We are now officially deep into the AI rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like, now-
And it gets a lot deeper. For those of us not concerned with, AI augmented reality, the only other new developments really are just like some bigger MacBooks, bigger screens, new health tracking. But
Okay, I
really
like all that.
Yeah, we like all that.
Health
But yes.
tracking's great. No AI for that.
The meat of the discussion is really what to do with this augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and then Apple really kind of, I guess, having to compete with ChatGPT and then come out with their own strategy. And then I think a lot of the reporters that were, reporting on this conference that's happening today, because it's a conference targeted to developers, when we talk about, where's the money aspect, really that's the technology trading between other technology companies. So Apple's going to have to essentially prove itself as different than ChatGPT, better than ChatGPT for other companies to buy
Who
it.
owns ChatGPT?
I don't
I'm
know
not
who.
sure.
Because Google has its own version that
Right.
our
Yeah.
web producer Hank said
Yep,
is
Bard,
just as
yep.
good. Yeah.
Yep.
What's it
Yep.
called?
Bard, B-A-R-D.
See, I haven't tried
So
that
there's
one.
three. There's going to be three out there right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least there might be others I'm not aware of.
Right.
Right.
Time to invest, I guess.
Oh, look.
Yeah, stand by.
Who owns ChatGPT?
OpenAI.
Okay.
Owned and
Who owns
developed.
OpenAI?
San Francisco company.
Always is.
Wow.
Yeah, with their stock symbol. Just joking.
But yes, a deep rabbit hole indeed. So we've been asking all morning, should there be limits to AI? Which it's hard to say. I mean, one person just said, "Hey, let's go ahead and ban it because."
But then, let's to Ben's point, how do you ban that when AI is technically already like our text, our voice automated?
Siri is AI.
I never really thought that because AI, I feel, in the last few years has been the word. So
Is Alexa AI?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
It's all AI.
You're surrounded.
We already have it.
You are AI.
You are AI, my friend.
Alexa
How else
and
have you
Siri
lasted
are
in the
scary.
news business so long?
They're not scary. No, they're not scary. It's whatever
I
happens.
think they're scary.
It's whatever happens after them. I feel like the ChatGPT person who tries to get you to leave your husband or wife.
Yeah.
That's
Or-
scary.
And then put that in a robot that looks like a human.
That's the scary part.
Oh, yeah, I've been seeing those.
Like Westworld, I'm telling you.
And then have y'all heard about the deep fake videos?
Oh,
Essentially,
yeah.
it's-
Those are.
Those are getting
it's terrifying.
better and better,
Right.
or worse, I guess, depending
Depending on how you look at it.
Okay,
Wow.
so we're not big fans of AI. We are going to go back.
For some things,
We're going to
not
go back to
others.
rotary phones and
You know what's interesting? Joy saying, I don't want AI. I know where you were wrapping up, but
Yeah.
Joy saying, I don't want AI doing surgery on me. But the thing is you basically
Probably already
are,
happening.
because my brother's a surgeon, and when
Robotics.
when he went into school, one of his professors told my parents that all these kids coming up are because their hand-eye coordination from playing video games are so good at the robotic surgery. And my brothers are
Happens every
urologists,
day.
and they do the robotics surgery. And
my
so that's, so basically,
mean,
and it's more precise,
I
he
was just
said,
saying
than the
robots
human.
are going to be more accurate. Unfortunately,
I'm much better than you. I will cut you.
Larry, the weather robot.
That's true. And look, when there's breaking news for a news anchor, you just feed the AI all the info, and when they're like, ad lib and keep going for 3 hours,
They will
they'll
go.
have all the info, much more than I'll have.
Exactly.
Instead of me looking on Twitter.
You're talking well.
You're giving management ideas.
I know.
So.
I'm just saying.
It's true. We know it's coming. All right, folks. Let us know what you think.
Maybe.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Bye, everybody.
Maybe we will be here. Maybe not.
Larry is a robot.